Hey everyone, it's me, and today we are getting into the next story arc. This one is called The Space Museum. This episode is called The Space Museum, and if I can recall the last time I went to a space museum, I was a little kid and it had an observatory. It was super rad. Oh wait, I guess the Griffith Observatory also counts as a space museum. Never mind. Anyway, let's watch.
I'm gonna watch with you just like I always do.
It's an interesting way to start up an episode. Just a little glimmer into their world. The Space Museum!
Oh, that's better. Ah, good. Well now, we seem to have materialized much quicker than I thought.
Doctor, we've got our clothes on.
Well, I should hope so, dear boy. I should hope so.
No, Doctor, our ordinary everyday clothes.
Well, upon my soul, yes. Yes. Now, isn't that extraordinary?
That is extraordinary.
Yes, we were wearing those cloaks and things, weren't we? Well, I must say, it's going to save us a lot of bother changing. Now, let's see where we are, shall we?
Doctor, you can't dismiss it like that. We were standing here in 13th century clothes. We can't
Dear
suddenly...
boy, it's over and done with.
I'm
Now,
so happy
get
that
in.
they're drawing
See
attention
where we
to
are.
this.
Come along,
You can't
let's
just dismiss
Wear
that.
the clothes we were wearing.
It's true.
Expect child they're hanging up. They're supposed to be. If you're that much concerned, go and have a look.
All right, I will.
But on your way back, bring me a glass of water, please. I'm very parched.
Okay.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Now, where were we? All this fascination about a change of clothes. You know, it's so simple. It's time and relativity, my dear boy. Time and relativity. That's where the answer lies.
I dare say it
Yes.
does, Doctor, but we'd be a lot happier if you would explain it
Yes,
to us.
yes, I know. Well, at the moment, there isn't time. Now, just pay attention, will you? What's this?
Doctor, our crusading clothes are here.
Good, good. There you are, you see. Yes, you see.
What happened? Okay, well that's fun.
Well, the scanner's functioning. Looks like desert to me. Hmm?
Oh, look. Spaceships.
Oh, it's so quiet. It could be a graveyard.
Maybe it's a dumping ground.
No, I don't think so, my boy, no. No, all those things up there come from a different period.
Well, there isn't any sign of life.
Hmm.
Look, there's a building. What do you make of that, Doctor?
Well, I'm afraid I can't give you any answers here, my dear.
You mean you want to go and have a closer look, eh?
Yes, I don't see why not. After all, the readings say it's quite safe.
Safe? Well, the readings don't always tell us everything, you know.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you. Hmm.
Yeah, that's...
So you dropped a glass, did you? Hmm?
Yes, Doctor.
What?
But don't look so concerned, child. It's quite easily replaced. Hmm?
Doctor, it doesn't have to be. It all came together again and jumped up into my hand. Well, if you don't believe me, you can go and look. There hasn't been time to clear it up yet.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. We believe you, child, yes.
Well, how
Believe
can...
you?
What?
Honestly, that's exactly what happened. You dropped a glass and it came together again in your hands? With the water in it.
Well, look. Look, you see where we've landed? On a museum. Hmm?
A museum?
That's just wild.
Space museum.
They're just gonna gloss over that.
If you take a closer look
Sure.
at these objects, you'll see that some of them are more advanced in design. It's quite a natural progression.
Oh, well, someone must be in charge of them.
Yes, we shall find that out. And I'm sure you will agree with me there are several things that we would like an answer to. So I suggest we go outside and take a look for ourselves. Hmm?
mean, I'm sure it's not going to be good in the long run, but compared to where they came from, this is quite appealing.
The whole planet appears to be completely dead.
Dead?
Non-existent. Extinct.
Be like wearing medieval clothing. Or
I've
as she
always
pronounced it,
associated
medieval.
extinction with extreme cold. You know, something like the dark side of the moon, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, I must say the atmosphere is quite pleasant.
Eh?
Well, maybe it'll get colder as it gets dark.
Yes, I think we should just have to go and search for the answers, and as there's always an element of danger in the unknown, I suggest we keep closer together. Is that clear?
Yes. Doctor,
What is it now, dear boy?
What is it now, dear boy?
we're walking on dust. Several inches thick, I'd say.
Yes, yes. So it appears.
Then why aren't we leaving any footprints?
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yes, that's curious, isn't it? Yeah. Very curious.
Someone coming!
Quick! Where? Against the wall. Quick!
They didn't even make a...
Sorry, it just came out.
Didn't make a difference.
It's all right, Vicky. They didn't hear it.
They were only a few feet away.
No.
It's extremely doubtful that they were both deaf. However, the fact is they didn't hear. Now, let's see what's in here.
Oh,
Doctor!
that's weird.
Doctor!
Child.
Child.
What's the matter?
I touched that thing.
I thought I told you not to touch. When are you going to learn to obey me?
All right,
How
Doctor,
many-
you can save the scolding till later. Look, can't you see that Vicky's upset?
Upset. Whatever for? Why are you upset, child? What's the matter?
I touched that thing and my hand went right through it. See? There isn't anything there, is there?
Incredible.
Well, there is something there, isn't there? I mean, we can all see it, can't we?
Yes, of course we can, Vicky.
It's strange indeed. You know, there must be a logical explanation for this somewhere. You know, I think it's just a matter of putting 2 and 2 together to make 3.
Look.
You know, that is...
Oh, quick, let's hide. Well, where can we hide, Doctor? What should we do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just stand exactly where we are.
They're not going to see you. You're not there. You're on like a 4th dimension. You're basically ghosts.
What do you make of that?
But I've never known anything in my life, in all my years of time traveling,
I'm intrigued.
One looked straight at me,
utterly unbelievable.
and he was talking. His lips were moving.
Yes. So strange. And yet we have no communication with them.
Obviously, they couldn't see us. I mean, we're strangers. Our clothes are different. If they had seen us, they would have made some sign, however slight.
Right. We're invisible.
Yeah?
That settles it.
Does it, my boy? Does it?
You're
Either that or we're not really here.
you're like pseudo ghosts.
Good gracious me.
Well, how did that get in here?
Oh, what does it matter? Look, now that we've found the TARDIS, come on, let's get out of here.
Yes, I agree. It's a stroke of luck. Let's leave at once.
I've had enough of this place, too.
Oh, you've all decided, have you?
Oh no. They can't enter the TARDIS either. But wait, that's not the same TARDIS. That's a different TARDIS.
Yes, I'm afraid it's going to be a little more difficult than that. The mists are beginning to clear slightly. I'm just beginning to see reason. Where are we? Where are we?
Well, here, surely.
Are we? We must have arrived here in the TARDIS sometime. Are we here?
Well, I mean, wait, it wouldn't be in their museum, so that has to be the real TARDIS, but... No, that's very unnerving.
It's us. That's not models or pictures. That's us.
Yes. Exhibits in a space museum.
Can you explain it, Doctor?
Time. although a dimension in itself also has dimensions of its own.
Time and space are the
So
same
you
thing,
know about
actually.
it, child. We must have a little chat sometime.
Yes, you see, we really are in those cases, but we're also standing here, looking at ourselves from this dimension.
Well, it's horrible.
I was kind of right, though, about
Faces,
a
our
fourth
faces just
or beyond
staring.
dimension.
Well, at least it explains what's been happening to us.
Yes, it does, my boy. And if we're not there, we can't leave footprints.
In a sense, I believe that they are
And nobody can
spirits.
see us.
On a scientific level,
Oh,
they're
yes, they can.
spirits.
Oh,
they are.
yes, they can
they're
see
not
us.
dead, but they're
Well, you
dead.
really are. There.
Is there any way of getting out of this, Doctor?
Well, my dear, I suppose we got into it. There must be. You know, I don't mind admitting I've always found it extremely difficult to solve the fourth dimension.
Yes!
Face to face.
Oh my God! This was my own
The
theory,
TARDIS jumped a time track.
and they're saying it
Ended up
here.
here, in this fourth dimension.
Oh, that's awesome! Wow.
Extraordinary.
Indeed, I'm very impressed with how old this show is. That it's so
Inexplicable.
forward-thinking. They really thought this through. Wow.
Wait a minute. I think you're all going to be delighted. I'm going to come up with the answer.
Okay, great.
And it's so simple. Yes,
How
so
simple?
All we have to do is to wait here until we arrive.
I beg your pardon?
You see, my dear, before they actually put us in those glass cases, we must have arrived here sometime in the TARDIS. These people saw us and thought we were worthy people to be put in their space museum. Then,
I see.
Then
I think.
but nothing has happened to us yet.
it's complex.
What
'cause
we are
it's
doing
time.
now is taking a glimpse into the future, or what might be or could be the future. All that leads up to it is still yet to come.
Doctor, look, why don't we go and find the TARDIS, the real one, I mean, and get into it and get out of here now?
And end up one day, my dear, like that? No, we must not. We've got to stop it happening.
I think.
Doctor, when will we arrive?
I don't know, my boy. I can't be certain. You see, I'm quite unable to measure the time dimension that the TARDIS jumped. But you'll notice we're all wearing the same clothes. So it could be in a few moments or a few seconds.
Well, how will we know when we have? Arrived, I mean.
The cases will disappear and we shall all become visible.
And from that moment, we'll be in great danger.
Precisely. So you see, we must succeed in stopping them making exhibits of us. Otherwise, well, there it is. That's how
Well,
we're
how are you going to
end
stop
up.
them though if you can't touch anything?
Doctor? Something strange is happening. I can feel it.
What is that? What in the heck? Whoa. What happened? Did they just arrive?
They've gone.
Yes, my dear. And we've arrived.
Wicked! This is a huge step up from that last story arc. This is right in line with some of my most common interest is in how dimensions work. Dimensions are the most fascinating thing to me because I personally believe that, first off, I know that time and space are time-space. They're the same thing. Second of all, I have always believed that, and you know, a lot of people might judge me for this, and that's totally fine. Everyone has their own opinions. I've always believed in the possibility that not only is science and religion one and the same, the same way that time and space are one and the same. And that's what I love about Marvel and what they do with their magic and how they say magic and science are basically just the same thing. But I also love how the idea of dimensions, which I'm sure I've explained on this channel or any of our channels several times, the idea is so fascinating because a lot of people, scientists, like to come up with explanations as to when, if something's not proven, then it's not real. But the thing is, we can only prove things on a 3-dimensional level and below. So we can prove things on a 2-dimensional level and a 1-dimensional level and a 3-dimensional level, of course. But we can't prove anything on a 4th-dimensional level or a 5th or a 6th and so on and so forth. So what I've always kind of believed to some degree is that there's the possibility that spirits, ghosts, poltergeists, demons, all those things that are more religious based that we don't see, that we don't understand, and even the presence of an afterlife exist on a higher dimension from our own. Now, granted, that's not what they're covering necessarily in this, but on some level, you can see the similarities between this and spirits. They go through objects. No one hears or sees them. It's like they're there, but they're not. It's very dimensional based, and he even said that we are on a 4th dimension. I swear no one gave me this theory. This is something from just simply like being obsessed with dimensions and all of that, and loving the idea that all things are synonymous. A lot of people want to see the world and beliefs, and they want to see it as a very black and white way of looking at things. And I just believe the more open-minded you are, the more intelligent you are. And with that, why can't all things be possible? I mean, across the board, no matter like the absence of a God, for example, can be the same possible as an all-powerful, almighty deity. I just think that all things can exist, including the existence of non-existence, as weird as that sounds. And maybe that's a little too complicated, but I'm fascinated by this sort of thing. And this episode, it's really touching base on that, and I'm really into it. I don't get to see shows get this intelligent, and I'm especially impressed. When this show came out, it was, whether it meant to or not, it's way ahead of itself. It's just so genius, and I am just so impressed with the writing of this episode alone. Yeah, they couldn't predict, like we would be probably using LEDs instead of fluorescent lights or things like that. It's really fascinating, and it's so something I have talked about with a lot of people. So this is a huge step up from, a 6-part arc about giant bugs in the future. This is way more interesting to me. This was a brilliant episode, brilliant writing. I'm so intrigued, and I can't wait for more. So until next time, when this dude does it again.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle from the Fan Theory Network, which you already knew. But did you know, yeah you did, that we have a patreon.com/fantheorytv place where you can go and support us and watch all of our other Doctor Who content. We watch Who, this show, the other show. We watch Who Regenerated. We watch Who Revived. Missy Holly Me, yay! Woohoo!